Hey guys, it's me, Diamond Crystal, the Gallivanting Grandma. For those of you who don't know, I am a global nomad, travel and wellness influencer, and travel ambassador for Black women over 55 who are beginning a new life's journey, embracing peace and a life of ease. Welcome to my channel. Okay, y'all, how you doing? I did want to wrap up my thoughts on my visit to Montevideo, Uruguay. And let me say that it is quite a walkable city. The infrastructure is better than a couple of other Latin American countries that I have visited. So I felt very safe walking the city. I felt very safe taking the buses. One thing that I will say is that for a city of its stature, it does not have a subway system. So you are kind of reliant on rideshare, which is very, very plentiful. Uber is there. You should have no problem getting an Uber. And just getting around is real easy. It's inexpensive. The bus cost me about, I think, $1.30 or so USD to ride and get transfers. And if you have been following my videos, you know that that's my preferred way to get around is through public transportation. Gives you an opportunity to see all the neighborhoods, and I was able to do that. So that's the skinny on getting around in Montevideo. Lots of grilling in Uruguay. Everything. Fish, beef, chorizo, veggies. Yum. This is playing in the store in Montevideo. Did they play it just for me? What y'all think? All right, so you know if you follow my channel that I love the ocean. I'm water adjacent. That's where my happy place is. And I actually found a real happy place in that country. Punta Del Este. I took a day tour and it was all the things, okay? First of all, the weather warmed up for your girl. The sun was shining bright. It was like 75 degrees. And I was like, ooh, thank God, because y'all, it was cold. And well, people don't call it cold, but it was chilly. It was chillier than I like low 60s most days, and then a lot of days it was overcast and rainy. So it's all about timing, right? But you know, when a gift comes your way from the universe, you take advantage of it. And that's exactly what brought me to South America this time of the year. But I tell you, I would not make that mistake again. It is just not warm enough for me. But let me get back to Punta del Este. It was all the things, y'all. It has sandy beaches. It was warm. It really did give me kind of Hampton, New York vibes as you were going through on the bus and checking out all the amazing structures there. The homes are fabulous. I heard one lady, there were a few of us on the bus who spoke English, and one lady said, "Ooh, this is real bougie." And I was like, yeah, that's exactly why I like it, because it is real bougie. So I just put that on and wore it all day long because it was all the things. So you can see from the pictures that it was a real vibe for me. So if you get an opportunity to visit Montevideo, make sure that you take that 2.5 hour bus trip, beautiful countryside out to the outer islands, including Punta del Este. You will love it. Okay, so you guys know I love a good bus or train ride, and today I am on the way to the beach. Take me to the beach. All right.
Tem pouquinha gente. A gente tá tão chateado. Onde a gente tá? Vai, pai.
Sing it, Mary.
Não, tá aqui, ó. Tá aqui, ó. Ele aqui, ó.
Oh, there's a big one. Look, look.
Ele come, ele vem pra cima.
Oh my God. Yes, hello. All right, so y'all know I keep it 100 on my channel, period, end of story. This country, really, there were not a whole lot of people who look like me anywhere that I went. And that's not to say that that's a necessity, but it's also always nice when you can run into some folks who look like you, right? And by comparison, let's just do this. I spent some time in the San Rafael, California area the past couple of months, and 2%, 3% Black population there, probably about half that in Montevideo. I was out on the weekend, Friday and Saturday, and I think between the 2 days, I may have counted, just roughly playing around with it, about 20 Black people. So if that's a requirement for you, being in an area where there are more people who look like you that you can relate to, and thinking about, being somewhere to build a community, building a life, then that is something you should definitely take into consideration if you are deciding to visit Montevideo, Uruguay. Okay, so let's talk about the money. It is in South America, but Montevideo is a high income city. So that means that things aren't cheap. If you think that you are coming to this part of the world and you're going to travel on a dime like you can in other Latin American countries, then I would say manage your budget accordingly. I was able to find great Airbnbs. You have to look, and you have to want to be in the neighborhoods, not in the tourist traps. And you can find absolutely great Airbnbs for about $50, $55 a night. Having said that, food is more expensive here. Getting around in Uber is about twice as much as you'll pay like in Mexico City or in Panama City. So again, make sure that you budget accordingly. And then from a vegan, vegetarian standpoint, they are not big on veggies at all. I was not able to find any good vegan food while I was there. So that is a strike as far as I'm concerned. But I went out to Punta Del Este, y'all, and I had the best grilled octopus that I have had in quite a long time. But nothing really can even match the grilled pulpo that I have enjoyed in Monte, Ecuador. So listen, that's my standard. That's all I can say. That's all I got. But yes, the seaside side of this country did afford some really delicious seafood, and the drinks were really good too. Montevideo is about depending on the ferry that you take, it could take you 2.5 hours. If you take the slow ferry, which includes a bus ride through Colonia, which is another lovely little quaint area outside of Montevideo, it'll take you about 4.5 hours. So I chose that because you guys know I love to see the surrounding countryside, and Colonia did not disappoint. It is a smaller town, but it does have your major hotel chains. So if you were coming in from Buenos Aires, you could certainly stay in the Colonia area and then take a bus into Montevideo to visit around. I did it the opposite way and went into Argentina for a few days before heading over to Costa Rica. Yeah, there are a few options there that you can take advantage of, and I would certainly encourage you to do so. What did it cost me getting into BA? 50 bucks? Yeah, to border hop. So border hop, it makes sense, right? You are right there. It doesn't take much money. It's kind of like being in the EU when you want to go from Portugal to Spain, from France to Spain. You can do so very economically once you're in the country. So that's what I chose to do, to take advantage of the time that I had available before I do a little bit of vacation and then a little bit of house sitting in Costa Rica. So the border hop is definitely recommended. I enjoyed the bus ride. The ferry, y'all, whew, listen, it was choppy, okay? It had rained that morning, and I'm used to being on a boat. I grew up with a boat, and I really don't have any issues or concerns riding, but Lord have mercy. Listen, people were dropping their phones. We were rocking back and forth. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. I was in my seat. I tried to capture some video as we were approaching the city, but the boat was so unstable, the ship was so unstable that I really didn't even want to get up out my seat, and that is very unusual for me because I'm a window watcher. So I will post what I got. It was definitely worth the trip. I enjoyed it for the most part, but again, it's just all weather related. I'm sure if you came here in the summertime, which is considered high season, so you would pay a lot more, it might be a more enjoyable stay. Unless you like to wrap up with a scarf and a hoodie, which I don't prefer to. But anyway, that's a matter of preference, right? It was a good ride. I got here safely and all's well. So remember, border hop if you can. So one interesting tidbit of information that was shared with me by my local neighbor while staying in Montevideo is, I just said to her, I said, where are the churches? Because when you visit Latin American countries, you generally will find a plethora of churches, right? Catholicism is big in Latin American countries. Well, I was very surprised by her answer. She said that almost 40% of the population here does not believe that there is a God. They do not believe in a higher power. So 40% of the population here is atheist. I found that to be incredibly interesting. So since I found it intriguing, I'm sharing it with you. If it matters to you, then put that on your scorecard if you are considering Montevideo or the country of Uruguay for your retirement, expat, or visitation purposes. I'm just saying. All right, so that is my wrap up, my recap of my time spent here in South America, in Montevideo, in the country of Uruguay. I hope that it has been helpful and that you found some information that will help you decide whether or not this is a travel destination for you. Again, wrapping it up, I'm here. It is the month of October, getting ready to go right into November. It has been, for the most part, very chilly, quite overcast. A few nice days, like a few, very few, hit or miss, and a little bit rainy. So again, I had to buy a jacket and long pants. Okay, and y'all know I don't do cold weather. I don't do cold weather clothes. I like flip-flops, I like sundresses, and I like shorts. In summation, this ain't my spot, okay? But it could be your spot, I don't know. So take everything into consideration, and wherever you go, whatever you do, find your happy place, and always, always peace and blessings.
Follow my grandma on Instagram and Facebook.